have a new circuit. This is our new circuit. We have this power LED, 2 push button, 2 transistor, some resistors, 2 LEDs, jumper wires, and then the breadboard. So what is this? This is RS flip-flop. What is RS flip-flop? RS flip-flop is a switching circuit, type of circuit. We're going to use this 5 volts power bank and our DIY cable. Initially, when I powering on the circuit, one of the 2 LED turns on. It's either the left or the right. It depends on the condition due to the racing condition. Sometimes it is left, but now it is always the right. And so initial state, one LED turns on, the right LED. When I press one of the button, still LED turns on. The other switch, it was switching one LED to the left to turn on, while the right turns off. If I both press the switch, there is a certain condition called also a racing indeterminate. We could not define whether it is on or off. That's what it is. Illegal move. Only one button could be pressed at a time. So the circuit is switching from left to right. The LED turning on from left to right. So this is called RS flip-flop. Set reset flip-flop is a switching circuit used in electronics while designing an electronics. Okay, RS flip-flop. This is now our circuit. So in figure 1, we have RS flip-flop using transistor. 2 transistor, NPN type 547, BC 547, BC 547. And then we have the output LED, yellow. That this is the one that is switching on and off. Yellow, output 1, output 2. And then this is a power LED, red, just to know that the circuit is on or monitoring of the power. Once we connect the power 5 volts power bank, it will turn on. This red LED in series with the 4.7 resistor. Then we have these 2 switches, switch 1, switch 2. In our last demo, this is the condition. Okay, when I press it, it will switch to the LED 2, switch 1 to LED 2, switch 2 to LED 1. And I decided to change the base, position of the base. Position of the base. Now, if I'm pressing the switch 1, LED 1 will now turn on. Switch 2, LED 2 turns on. Almost the same. same switching, right? Switch 1 to LED 1, switch 2 to LED 2, and that is now our circuit. This. So switch 1, instead the switch 1 is now connected to Q2, and switch 2 is connected to Q1. Okay, when we powering on the circuit, it seems that this LED is the first one to turn on. This one is turning on because that is the initial state of the circuit, the racing condition. In theory, when you're going to analyze the current flow, it should be both have the same together. They are both on, or they are both on at the same time, because here we have the switching current here, again this one switching current here to the second transistor, so the current now flows into the ground, so yellow LED turns on. So in theory both must be on, but due to the racing, due to the tolerance of the components, the resistor value, and the doping of the transistor, this LED is the one to turn on first, because it has a less resistance compared to the R1, this R4, and maybe this R3, less resistance. So current flows from D2 yellow, it will none, and then current flows here that will switch on this transistor. So we need the switching current to turn on this LED. So current flows from this yellow LED, which is, it will not turn on, it is off, it is just the current will flow here, and then R2, then to the base, switching on this transistor, and down the current flows into the D2 yellow, and then collector to emitter, then ground. So this, at the initial state, this transistor 1 is on, because there's switching current here. This transistor now is on. Initially, due to the racing condition, this one should be the first one to turn on, because it has a less resistance compared to the left side. So it is on, and this transistor serves as a switch, turns on. How can we turn off this transistor? We can turn off that by pressing switch 1. Since the current flow here to the base, if we press the switch 1, current now will connect to the ground. Okay, pulling down to the ground. So instead of flowing to the base, it is now going to flow to the ground, directly to the ground. So this will now disconnect. It will turn off. It will not, there's no current here. So this LED now turn off. Before it is on, now it is off. So the current now flows into the base of the second transistor. So it will now turn on. This one now turns on, because there is a switching current now to the Q1 through the path here. R4, D2, R3, then base of the Q1, switching this transistor, and then the current flows here from yellow, D1, R1, D1, collector to emitter, transistor now saturated, act as a close switch, and then to the ground. So this one now turns on when I press this. So every time I press this switch, it will not affect this yellow. Up. Let us see. So every time we press that switch, it will not affect. See, if I press the switch 2, it will switch the LED to turn on. Oh, it will not affect. So every time I switch it, because it does not affect the circuit, it's still latching. We call that latching. Current latch here to there. So that's why this LED turns on. Latching from R4, D2, R3, base of the Q1, then emitter to ground. Then R1, D1, collector to emitter to the ground. Latch, it means the current is flowing continuously with this loop or this circuit loop. So the only way to disconnect the latch, so the current flows here, is to use this switch 2. Okay, when I press it, switch 2, it will switching this on LED will turn off. Now this is on. Why is that? Why is it? Because instead the current flows from R1, D1, C to E, then to the ground, due to the switch, the base is on. When I press the switch, the current now flows to D, and this is the biasing. This is the biasing. When I press it, the current flows directly to the ground. Instead of flowing to the base, it will flows to the ground because I press the switch here. So it will turn off this transistor and then turns on this another transistor. So because of the latch, this is the latch, you can disconnect the latch by pressing the switch 2. Instead that current flows here and there, current now flows directly to the ground. And disconnect the latch, it will now turn off. And now the current flows to the other transistor, causing this LED to turn on. That is the how the circuit works. So you can see here, when I press it, disconnect the latch, the other will turn on, this one turns on. When I press this one, switch 2, switching on this transistor because we disconnected the latch. Oh, right? So this circuit is used in digital design because we are concerning with the switching circuit, this flip-flop. So at the initial state, if we have the truth table, we can use this as a Q or the output Q. This one is Q not. Output Q not. This is switch A, or it could be AB. So initial state, 1 should be on. This Q on 1. Initial state 0 0. Not pressing the button on. This one is off. Q complement is the inversion, or the Q is the complement. Q, that is the reciprocal or the inversion or the complement. Q is the complement. If this is 1, this one is 0. The complement. The inverted. So if we have this one is, we press the switch, it becomes switching this to 0, this to 1. If the other one 1 0, if we're pressing both, Okay, and there is no output. If we both press the switch, so we cannot tell whether it is on or off, either of the two input output in the terminate. So we did not use this 1 or this we did not press the button at the same time, because in theory they are both should be on, but in actual we could not determine whether this one or this one is on or off. That is the circuit RS flip-flop using transistor. Okay, then version 1, if we push the switch, it will turn on the switch. Pressing the switch, turn on the switch. Pressing both the switch, it will go, it is an illegal move, undeterminate, undefined move. We could not use that mode, pressing both the switch. Only pressing the one switch at the same time. That is pressing one switch at the same time. That is an RS flip-flop. It is used for designing in electronic circuit, Okay, instead of using A and B, we're going to use set reset. That's why it is called set reset. If this is the one to first turn on, this one is now the set the switch, and this one is the reset, this one. So it's called SR, set reset flip-flop. One is set, and which is 1, and if you're going to reset that, it becomes 0. That is the naming. And the output, as I've said, this is Q. If this is 1, the Q complement, that is the inversion of the Q or not. If this is 1, this is 0. This is 1, Q, not this one now is 0, because of this set reset. One is set, the other one is reset. This is set, reset, reset, set.